Welcome back. Today is February 19th, Friday, and on this post I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets very quickly, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets in the short-term future, before diving into DENTUSD and see what exactly could be going on in this market. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100, and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please do also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in this market. First, most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me where the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? What you have today, Bitcoin dominance up about 0.6%, okay? This breaks down to Bitcoin price action up over 7%, while total altcoin market cap is trailing that price action behind Bitcoin. Now we do have total altcoin market cap up almost 6%, okay? This is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending upwards is when I do see Bitcoin price action leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. This is why I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance trending downwards, generally speaking, better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside, as opposed to Bitcoin dominance trending upwards. Let's see if this is going to be possible. If I see the last low here for Bitcoin dominance on the daily time frame in terms of a close is about 60%. Let's see if Bitcoin dominance continue closing below 60% or would actually change course and come back up here. The earliest hint I would actually get for Bitcoin dominance changing course is for the price action on the daily time frame here to come back and test this fib level at about 64.25, 64.3%, because that would more likely tell me that this inverse head and shoulders pattern could still be developing, which is generally a bullish pattern. I would also not be surprised if Bitcoin dominance changes course and goes back up, because Bitcoin price action is continuously making new highs still, and money could be flowing into Bitcoin more so. Let's take a look into Bitcoin price action right now. We're currently about 55.4K, okay? If Bitcoin price action still pulls back, this could still have an effect on the overall altcoin markets. The magnitude of that effect would depend on how far up or down Bitcoin dominance is trending. Now let's take a look into DENTUSD and see what exactly could be going on in here. I'm going to take a look from the monthly time frame down to daily time frame. These are the macro time frames I consider and look out for any possible bearish signals in terms of overbought RSI or possible bearish divergence scenarios, okay? Monthly time frame here, we have an RSI reading of about 78. I don't see possible bearish divergence scenarios here. Weekly time frame here, if this weekly candle actually closes bearishly, then there could be a possible bearish divergence scenario if the price action was to make a higher high on the weekly time frame. Then the last RSI reading to beat would be about 94 here, just to be safe on the weekly time frame. 3-day time frame here, very possible bearish divergence scenario, because the last high, the last RSI reading, the last high created on the 3-day time frame here is about 92. So quite a long way to actually beat this RSI reading, because we're currently about 74, 73 right now. So if the 3-day time frame was to make a new high, it does need to beat an RSI reading of about 92 to negate bearish divergence. Daily time frame here, pretty similar story. The last RSI reading here for the last high was about 92 as well. And this on the daily time frame, we're currently about 66. Now let's take a look into the recap of what happened last time. So what happened last time was, I said there was a symmetrical triangle pattern, something more like this. Let me reconstruct it, or you guys can look at my previous posts. But it broke to the downside, okay, not to the upside. So right now, let's invalidate that pattern. And I estimate that there could be a cup and handle pattern here that's forming instead. Now, for me, cup and handle patterns consist of a bigger rounded bottom, which we have more developed here, not completely developed yet, but more developed, and a smaller rounded bottom, which is the handle of the pattern, which is not yet even apparent. Okay, so this is a very preliminary estimate of what could be going on. This cup and handle pattern is not validated yet. Now, if this cup and handle pattern is validated, okay, I do have a neckline estimate here to be about 0.18 cents, okay? Because of past trading history, we have not had any hourly candle closes above this level, and it's also a psychological resistance because it's a whole number, okay? I would say that's a psychological resistance. If that is the case, I do have a measured target here. So it'll be about 18 cents, 0.18 cents minus the bottom of the pattern, which would be about 0.1 cents. So difference of about 0.08 cents, if I'm correct on that. And then adding it back on top of 0.18 cents, that would be about 0.26 cents for approximate, for a measured target. Now, measured targets are approximate theoretical targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Of course, that is given that this cup and handle pattern gets validated the way I have it here, okay? Now, let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Now, I also want to point out that for the smaller rounded bottom here, I do estimate that the low of the smaller rounded bottom to be about 0.16 cents, okay, because of past trading history, as well as that I do see quite a bit of resistance and support here on the hourly time frame. So I did estimate that to be the low of the smaller rounded bottom, and of course for reasons being psychological support and resistance. Now let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price actions fully develops this cup and handle pattern close to or the same as my estimates here. Then I could say that if the hourly candles start closing above this 0.18 cent level and go towards its measured target, that would be the bullish case scenario. But everything has to play right according to what I have estimated here. Now, if there are any changes, then I would adjust the measured target or the neckline. That will also affect the measured target, of course. Now, that's the bullish case scenario for this cup and handle pattern to develop and break above the neckline, currently at about 0.18 cents. That could change and go towards its measured target. Now, safe signal of a breakout would be a hourly candle close, according to what I have here, above the 0.18 cent level and staying closed above the 0.18 cent level. Bearish case scenario here. So as I still do see, price action is still working on developing this bigger rounded bottom. I would know that my estimates are wrong here if we start getting hourly candle closes below this 0.12 cent level, which is also the last low right here for this for the formation of this rounded bottom. If we start getting hourly candle closes below this 0.12 cent price level, this tells me that this rounded bottom idea is no longer rounding, okay? Because then we will have a rounded part right here. However, if we start getting hourly candle closes below 0.12 cents, this would tell me that this rounded bottom is breaking down instead. That is the bearish case scenario for now, as this bigger rounded bottom is still developing. Okay, Now, if this bigger rounded bottom actually finishes developing, okay, comes up to my estimate here of about 0.18 cents, and this smaller rounded bottom actually starts developing, okay, the highest support here I am looking at will be about 0.16 cents. If we actually, if the smaller rounded bottom, the low of that smaller rounded bottom actually breaks below this 0.16 cent level, the next level of key support I'll be looking at for the smaller rounded bottom would be about 0.14 cents, which is a fib level. Okay, I'll be a little more careful then, because if price action starts breaking this 0.14 cent level, this tells me that we could have a much lower rounded bottom that's more parallel with the bigger rounded bottom here, and could tell me that either a breakout could be very much delayed, okay, because we will have a much lower rounded bottom, smaller rounded bottom that's parallel with the bigger rounded bottom, or I could actually be looking at another pattern instead, and that's not this bullish cup and handle pattern. With this backdrop, of course, I'll still take into consideration of the overbought RSI readings on the bigger time frames, along with the bearish divergence scenarios that are still possible, as I have pointed out towards the beginning of this Dent analysis. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I'd love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you'd like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.